in Mina Investing, and I got some company with me.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, Valerie. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing great. I'm awesome. I'm excited to be here. This is my first
Absolutely.
time on your channel. I guess you don't like me that
Yes.
much, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna forgive you.
Well, we're definitely glad to have you. Well, Valerie and I are partners in this CRYPTEX business,
Yes,
and I have a lot of people that ask me a lot of the same questions, and I think this video is going to answer a lot of those questions that I get in my
absolutely.
emails. Some of the questions I'm sure you probably get,
Oh
and
yeah.
right. And so that's
Uh-huh.
the purpose of this video. We hope it reaches out to all those who are interested in all things CRYPTEX. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity. I love to talk about it on my channel. And with you being involved in CRYPTEX, first thing I want to ask you, Valerie, is just what has you so interested and excited about CRYPTEX?
Well, anytime someone tells me that I can be a millionaire in 3 years, 3 years, you know
Yes.
what? That alone is a wake-up call because there are a lot of investments out there, but there are very few investments that require such a minimum amount with such a big pay. So
Yeah.
that to me just makes sense to go ahead and just spend a very little about amount of money and to get a huge payout in the end, and you don't even have to wait 40 years like a retirement
Yes.
plan or something like
Yes.
that before you can see this money.
Yes. Absolutely. So I love XRP.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh,
when it comes to crypto, there's nothing better, in my opinion, than XRP.
right.
But
Mhm.
I don't know when XRP is going to reach $10,000. I know it
Right.
will. I believe it
Mhm.
will. I just don't know
Mhm.
when. What I love about
Exactly.
these contracts is that I have a date
Yes,
where
we
I
have an
where I can
actual
expect,
date
okay,
on the
this
contract
the
that we can
contract,
see.
yeah, there you go. It is automatically going to pay me out on a specific date.
Mhm.
So that's what I love about it. So I'm securing my future both ways with a particular date that I know is secure, and
Right.
with I know what's going on with XRP.
Yes.
However, but a lot of people, Valerie, would say, that's too good to be true. What you talking about?
Mm.
3 years being a
Yeah.
millionaire. What would you say to somebody who feels that way?
This is one thing that I love to tell people. It
Mm.
takes a whole lot to believe the truth and only a little bit to believe the lie. Like you
Yeah,
would for a
yeah,
lie and run with it. You would go
yeah.
tell everybody all this gossip that you heard about this celebrity and your neighbor down the street and somebody that got kicked out of their school because they was fighting over a boy. You will, and by the time it gets to you, it's already been circulated about 1,000 times, and you're gonna add 1,001 and spread
Exactly,
more lies. It doesn't take
exactly.
much to believe lies. But
At
when it
all.
comes to the truth, the truth is scrutinized with a magnifying glass. Even if it's going to help you, you are
Yes,
still very reluctant to believe the truth. Now,
yeah.
I'm not going to lie, there are some scams out there.
There are
There
definitely
are.
some scams.
But we have verifiable proof to show that it is not a scam.
Yes.
So, another thing that happens, unfortunately, is people are mixing up cryptex.to with
Hmm.
cryptex.com or
Yeah.
cryptex.net because
Yeah.
I had someone to forward me an article, and I'm sure they were just doing their due diligence because I'm
Right.
not
Like
going
we
to
all
blame
should.
anybody for doing
Exactly.
that. But if you are going to see an article and just run with it without actually dissecting that article and look at
Exactly.
the sites that is trying to say is saying all of these things, you
Exactly.
should be more careful believing these lies instead of the truth. So someone sent me
100%.
an article and it was like a legit article and it was like from like OFAC, and that's I'm gonna read it on my phone. The Office of
Mhm.
Foreign Assets Control.
Okay.
That's legitimate, right? Yes, that's
Right.
a .gov site and everything.
Right.
But they cited cryptex.net,
Not
not
too.
.to. So she said,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh no," that type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And so
Mm-hmm.
she basically assumed that it was
Mm-hmm.
talking about .to. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, now she's going to miss out on an
Yeah.
opportunity that could have changed her life.
Yeah. I tell you, but even still, even if you put in cryptex.to in
Mhm.
Google, you'll still find reviews of people who are actually talking about cryptex.to,
Mhm.
but they didn't lose any money.
Right.
They just have a complaint, right?
Mhm. Right.
So
Right.
you're never going to find anybody I haven't found one, and I challenge anyone to find it and show it to me. But you're not going to find anybody out there that has a complaint that they were supposed to get paid out on this particular date and they didn't.
Right.
We actually have the contrary. We have people who have screenshotted, who have shown their payout accounts, that shown the Bitcoin arriving in their trust wallet.
Right.
And so we also have the blockchain record that's totally transparent, right?
Yes.
So these are all things that make it very, very, very trustworthy to me, especially when I see people who have verified come out there and show their account and say, yo, look, this is the amount on my account. And then they show the video, boom. Okay, now boom. You see, now it's in my, in my wallet, in my own personal wallet.
And the fact that this starts from as simple and as low as $100
per contract.
$100 per contract. We will blow $100 going out to eat. We will blow $100 going to a concert. And that food and that music did not put money in your pocket
at all.
But
not even a little bit. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick. Let everybody know what $100 can do for you in 3 years, in 5 years, or in 7 years.
So just one contract for $100 in 3 years will yield $35,000.
Say what?
A Roth IRA, CD, retirement 401k, no one says that I will give you $35,000 in 3 years from $100. No one.
It don't exist.
No one. And if you want to wait a little bit longer, you will have an even more extraordinary payout. A lot of people say, you know what? I'd rather this one because I got to wait a little longer, but you get so much more. So
there you go.
In 5 years, $471,000.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's literally insane.
That's worth finding out. That's like,
because we blow $100 on so many frivolous things.
I spent that out going out with my friends the other day, getting some drinks and some food.
Exactly.
By myself.
Exactly.
And then in my head, I'm like, I could have got a CRYPTEX contract. Like, dang. That's every time I look at $100 now, that's what I say to myself.
You look at $100.
That's $100 like, man, that's CRYPTEX
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
I say to myself now.
That's right.
So, and then if you buy multiple runs, of course, you do the contract. And, I'm sorry, what's
the bundle?
The bundle, so you can do a bundle and you can pay $1,000.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
That is great.
That's $525,000 in 3 years.
In 3 years.
So if you want to be a millionaire, buy 2 bundles.
Right. Exactly.
I guarantee in the last 6 months, everybody who has a job has spent more than $2,000 on stuff that they.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you can buy up to 3 of those. So if you buy up to 3 of those, that's $3,000 for 45 contracts. Now 3,000 for 30, because remember, each bundle gives you 5 for free. So you're getting 15 for free contracts. Yes. And that will give you $1.5 million in 3 years.
That's crazy.
3 years. And that's free money. That's free money.
It's literally free money. 15 free contracts. That's a whole bundle.
So now I got to say, how much free money is that? I got to say that, right? Yeah. So you got 15 times $35,000. They gave you $525,000.
That's right. That's right.
That is crazy to me.
Boom.
And the only thing about that is that's not going to be forever.
We don't know how long they're going to allow that to be on the platform.
Long.
That's true.
You
got to take advantage while you can.
Right. Now, that's not to say that you can't get it, but it just means that you won't be able to get the deal of the bundle where you get 5 free, because you're allowed up to 80 contracts.
Correct. Active contracts at one time.
80 active contracts. Exactly. So if you want to buy 80, you can still buy 80, but you spent $8,000. you know.
See,
So
that's what I love about it, is because you don't have to buy a bundle right away.
right,
You can just start with $100, and you don't have to do all of them at once. You can do $100 a month.
right,
Right?
exactly.
Every month, decide I'm just going to keep putting away $100, and in 3 years,
Yes.
starting on that 12th, that 36th month, you're going to start getting the payments of 35,000 each month.
And can you imagine 35,000 every month coming to you?
What if you did that?
Crazy.
What if you did that for your child who graduated high school?
Oh yeah.
In their sophomore year, right?
Right.
So that by the time they are graduating, right, when they begin their senior year or when they finish their freshman year, and now when they're graduating high school,
exactly.
Oh, now they're getting $35,000 a month.
Yes.
And they can be launched into whatever it is, their business, whatever they're excited about, whatever it is they want to do.
It will never have to work.
These things could be used to set our kids up.
Yeah, they will have a down payment for their house. They will have a car. They will have all of these things, and they don't even have to have a job to do it. Yeah.
So one thing I want to touch on that I think is very important, and this is just for those people who feel like this is too good to be true. What you have to understand is that we're talking about decentralized finance.
Right.
Decentralized finance is different from the traditional rails of finance. These legacy systems that have, been the dominant systems in these past 10, 15 years.
Right.
Everything is changing to digital and permissionless and anonymous.
Yes.
And so because of that, certain institutions are taking advantage of the technology. And so what you must understand is that decentralized finance is utilizing a legitimate part of the ecosystem called staking.
Yes.
When you stake a crypto, you're locking your crypto up on a particular blockchain for maintenance of the blockchain, gas fees, other things that help the blockchain, run efficiently. And for those who lock their coins up on the blockchain, you get paid rewards for locking your coins up.
For locking it up.
You get paid interest in the coins you're putting in. People can utilize this. Banks can utilize this. Institutions can utilize this. Anyone can utilize this. So there are banks utilizing these protocols, and they're averaging 0.1 to 0.3% daily, but that's compounded daily. People, the math is the math. Go to your Excel document and compound a fifth of a percent. Let's just say 0.2%, because that's the average. Take a fifth of 1% and compound that over and over and over, starting with a loan amount of $30,000 or $43,000, because that's what they give you. See what it comes up to. That $471,000, that's what you get. But guess what the banks and insurance companies got?
Right.
They got double-digit millions.
Yes.
Right? Double-digit millions.
And that's why you're going to get paid, because the banks are going to get paid.
That's right. We know we're going to get paid because we know the banks are going to get paid. The smart contract is going to pay the banks. They pay the insurance companies. They pay CRYPTEX. They pay each individual contract user. It's all automated, people.
Right.
And so when you understand this is a legit part of the crypto system that a bank is utilizing, they have more capital. Right.
Exactly.
But yeah, of course they're staying anonymous. Look at what the SEC is doing, what the SEC has been doing. Right? We don't have crypto legislation yet.
Man,
so a company like this could come under a lot of scrutiny, even though they're not scamming, even though they're doing what they say they're going to do. They can still come under a lot of scrutiny, and it's not worth the headache. So that's why they stay anonymous, which decentralized technology allows us the ability to do.
That's so
at the end of the day, do you really care about who it is? I just care that they're doing what they say they're going to do. At the end of the day, if $471,000 falls in my account after I only paid $100 for a contract, I don't care if it's JP Morgan, Bank of America, or Toys R Us.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. I don't even have to understand all that. Yeah. You don't have to understand to make money. Please believe it. You really don't. All of that stuff you said, I'm like,
Yeah.
You don't have to understand all that just to make some money. All you gotta say is, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. All the decentralized and the compounding interest. Some people want to know all of that, but some people say, what? I'm gonna get how much? Okay, here you go. Okay, got it.
Period. But then there are some people who are intellectual and they're, they're just like,
Right,
I don't know, I
exactly.
don't understand.
Exactly,
What's the tech?
exactly.
I need to understand. We
The
got both
only
worlds.
catch is you can't get your money for 3 years.
That's the catch.
That's it. Like, don't think you can
Wow.
put that money in and you see it building and you see it on the
Why
way
would you want to
going to
take it
that.
out
Right. Well,
if
here's
it's
the thing,
building?
like things get rough, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
true.
like you see it's supposed to grow to 35,000 and you looking at that
Yeah.
20,000, like, ooh, that looks really good. You have to wait for it to mature. And that's the only thing
Absolutely.
people have to realize.
And
And
that's
you get
but
that
that's
question a lot.
reasonable. That is a
Yes.
reasonable part of the process. There are people calling it a scam
Right.
because in the middle of the thing, they terminated their own contract. Why would you do that? And they couldn't pull out the balance. Well, because it didn't mature.
Right.
Just
Right.
because you don't understand the process doesn't make it a scam, or just because you have a
Exactly.
complaint about the company doesn't make it a scam.
Exactly. So for the 5-year contract, I paid $100 and then my balance. And see, the thing is you're buying the smart contract. That's what people have to
Right.
understand. This is allowing you to have this contract. Instantly, day
Absolutely.
one, you get $42,000 in your account. Instantly.
There
And
you go.
every single day that grows and grows and grows and grows. So does that $42,000 look really good to me? Like, ooh, yeah, look at that. But you
Yeah.
can't get it yet. You
Yes,
have
that's
to
right.
wait. So in 5 years, that's going to turn into $471,000.
And why would banks just give us a free loan? That's what people want to know. Because banks are in the business of giving loans and making money on their
That's what they
loans.
do.
That's how they make their money.
That's what
That's
they do.
what they're in the business for, giving loans and charging an interest and getting the loan plus the interest back. They would love to give a
Right.
loan out when they are guaranteed to get the loan paid out via the smart contract.
Yes, absolutely. It's
So the
beautiful.
banks are making it when you just understand how much incredible money the banks are making from this. They're not going to make money if they're not doing what they say they're going to do. And our part of that is, we have a portion of that paid out in the contract as well. So I love it. I love it.
I do too. I'm with
All
it.
right. So
I'll be getting my
people,
bundle in a little while.
I know that's right. If you are ready to purchase some contracts, what you need to do, I want you to go to the link in this video.
Yes.
Valerie's sign up link is in this video.
Yes,
I want you to get a contract from Valerie. And if you want to join Valerie, if you want to promote CRYPTEX, it's a wonderful opportunity. 30% on all sales. It's a great opportunity. You get the money instantly. Valerie will lead you through that as well.
Yes.
So sign up for your CRYPTEX account. The link is all in the description. Don't wait. Why wait?
Please don't.
Which way now? Which way now?
Your future you will thank you. It really will.